here in a dream. I'm at the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. I'm gonna stay down, down. I'm just stuck here in a dream.
Broadcasting live from the basement to the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
Break 'em off some. Yeah.
Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Center of
Break 'em
Excellence
off some.
on this 23rd of January, 2025, in the year of our What Is Going On?
Break 'em off some.
Well, I was going to say dumpster fire, but damn. Woo! I don't know. What is the next level of dumpster fire? I'm your host.
Break 'em off some.
You may know me as Ken,
Yeah.
old retired Sergeant Major, or the Grand Admiral Propaganda. It's me. Spanky's taking a break, so I am running solo and rogue.
Yeah.
We normally discuss things before we go on air, but I didn't tell her shit, so she's taking a little bit of break. So I'm just on my own tonight. So anyways, thank you guys for joining us. I see some new faces. I see some stuff. The technology in the chats allows me to see who's in and out, and I kind of digging it. I'm liking it. Yes, I'm liking it. So where do I begin? I mean, normally I go through some big diatribe, blah, 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 blah. I will say that I have tagged several veteran or military resources in the posts at U.S. Army WTF Moments main page. And I'm doing that because just to kind of give you guys a highlight and then, look at what we got. Right now I got Hots and Cots and I got PCS like a pro. Those are some outlets that we're working with. So Hots and Cots is already a collaborative effort. So you guys stay tuned. I just got notes and stuff like that from PCS like a pro. Big changes going on with PCSing. I didn't realize, and we didn't realize at the main page. We knew a little bit about it, but yeah, there's some drama going on with PCS. You guys have seen us posting bad PCS unpacking and losses. So we're going to get into all that stuff because, like I said, I'm an idiot when it comes to that shit, especially when it comes to moving. All I know is that I move my shit, I unpack it, there's some stuff missing, I file a claim, and the Army will not pay you for what you paid for. So we kind of like just check it out. So once we schedule up PCS like a pro, again, the notes, we've getting notes and stuff like that, and my inbox has been just swamped. So I literally, before I went on the show, just like, I don't know, almost an hour ago, doing show prep, I'm like, PCS like a pro. So I see you in the chats, PCS like a pro, and then we'll get in the deets, we'll get in the weeds. So speaking of getting in the weeds, I'll just say it. I'll just start it off right now. So that was my little quick monologue. I appreciate it. Hey, man, we love you. We love you, PCS like a pro. We'll get you in there. So the last 24 hours on Department of Defense, Army, Navy, you name it, social media platforms have been fucking weird. I'll just say it right now. It's just been, maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe it's because the incoming president, well, actually, no, he's here, President Trump, sweeping changes to specific direct executive orders that he's put out and doing a lot of changes. And I think, and it's just me, I'm just saying this, because, I've been around a minute. But I've noticed that it was almost like a knee-jerk reaction to some stuff. And what I'm referring to is a post that we did earlier earlier in the morning. What time did that post go up? Yeah, it was about almost 12 hours ago. And I was kind of, everyone's like, oh, you hearing about this? We got it in the freaking email. We got a bunch of stuff saying that, oh, you're going to get we better take all this stuff down, and the Army's gonna start, smashing on all this. What's that? Is this Sergeant's time in relation to the article I saw about field grade officers having issues with soldiers resorting to posting shit on Sergeant's time to get results? This is the venue, Max. This is the venue. Yes. This is the Sergeant's time in relation to the article. Yeah. People having issues with soldiers reporting to posting shit on. Yep. To get results. I appreciate it. Are you new? You look like, I don't think I've seen you in the chats, Max, but welcome to Sergeant's time. Well, not just all the other shows do it too. So let me just refer you to this Alarak, double 6 2025, and Alarak came out, and anytime somebody sends something, and I'm glad you brought that up, Max, because I could give you a little bit of the procedural stuff. We get in the inbox, we got a bunch of text messages, and there were a lot of chains of command stating, and it started off in Korea, and it started just flowing over to us as the day was going through, and discussing tearing down all EO / canceling of sharp training, canceling of DEI stuff, and all. And I'm just like, what that bullshit? No way. So after several organizations cooperated with us, I reached out to a couple of organizations, like, hey, where are you guys getting this stuff from? And I was told myself, we are getting this from Alarak, 006 2025. I said, okay, cool. So we have the powers to find Alarak, so we got the Alarak, and as we're reading it through, it's an urgent Alarak message. I mean, this is a report period of time that has to be done Ricky Tick, like now. This is to the presidential executive orders ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs and prefacing and initial rescissions of harmful executive orders and actions. And this is linked up to the whitehouse.gov website. Well, we also looked up the document that had the OPM guidance that was posted as well. So I said, you know what, let's just post it. Let's get it up there so that way everybody knows what's going on. Well, as that was getting scheduled, we were knocking out some research and found out that anything and everything that has to do with EO, anything that has to do with that, any of that type of topic is to be removed. And if you look at the OPM letter, and this has gone around several social media platforms, mill media platforms as well. And we're kind of like exchanging notes. Hey, is this what you got? Did you guys get this? And we're kind of like, whoa, what's the, what is going on? How is it so fast? And of course, a lot of speculation. Is this a knee jerk? I think it is. I think it's a knee jerk reaction. And so, let me pull up the Alarak for you. So that way I'm just blabbing away and shit. And even pull up the graphics. Y'all didn't tell me I was doing arts and crafts. I didn't pull up the graphics for you. So again, there's the Alarak. So that we got it, we posted it, and then let's go to the OPM document that was posted out, which is kind of funny because now recently I just saw on social media the actual Secretary of the Army. It's almost like everyone's stumbling and stuttering in their comms efforts to push this out. No later than 5 p.m. EST Wednesday, the 22nd. Is an agency-wide send notification to employees. All employees take down all outward-facing media. That's the bottom blurb right there. It's posted on U.S. Army WTF Moments website, social media accounts, etc., and DEI offices. And then, of course, withdraw any pending documents, directives, orders, materials, equity plans issued by the agency no later than 12 p.m. EST on Thursday, which just it's like already passed. Report all steps. And then a complete list of all offices and any employees in those offices as 5 November. Now, for, I don't know, almost for that period of time, there was nothing posted at all. I mean, we didn't see anything posted. We're like, what the hell's going on? We looked all over social media. We looked all over different sites. Well, then we looked at one site, which if you guys don't know, the Defense Equal Opportunity Management Office, DEOMI, their institute page and social media sites are gone. And, being a little, I'm not saying that, to me, just it's a little sus to me that it's almost sneaky that it wasn't, or was it not archived? That's the thing. not only have the mill meme pages which is kind of funny, kicking off the conversation, but also the mill media pages, Army Times, Task and Purpose, also military, story writers for CNN and Fox have all, and also independent journals have all are like wondering what is going on. Yeah. Yes, this means no more Latinx. That's right. The battle has been won. There is no more Latinx. Execute order Latinx. But anyways, now in doing that, that site currently right now, anybody going to that course, Diomi, which was established in 1971. This was way back before the term DEI was coined, I guess you would say. And so there was nothing to say that I could, if it was the Army Equal Opportunity Program, AR 600-20, which follows Army, EO, and SHARP, which has been like the bedrock of Army Equal Opportunity from the get, at least since, Private Ramos was, joined the Army and way back in WW, Desert Nam. That's all we knew. So the DEI stuff, or the guidance of, or the additional type of training, and I've always been vocal about this before, is that it needs to be separated. We could have that as an additional training implementation, but to have it intertwined with this will probably just set us up for failure in the future. Well, now a lot of it's been intertwined in a lot of our training. So it is literally just wipe that site off. Gone. You can't go on to Diomi right now. You could Google it. You can see the Wikipedia stuff. You can see the links. Dead link. What people don't realize is that Diomi also created the Diomi Organizational Command Climate Survey, DIACS. Everyone called it DIACS. And that's where we found out if commanders, first sergeants, leaders, unit, command relationships with soldiers, blah, blah, blah. That's where you knew the issues were. DIACS was a vehicle from Diomi to get that command climate. That's how we knew about toxic leadership. That's how we knew about extremism. That's how we knew about, and I'm just giving some examples of racism or abuse, assault, sexual harassment, toxic command climates used used DIACS. Now, we're like, what do we? Okay, let's look for DIACS. So DIACS we looked up, and it's still there with the links. However, it's got to be connected to the Diomi page, which it's no longer there at all. Nothing. Silence. So we're like, okay, let's fucking post it and see what happens. Let's see. Let's get it up there. We'll only post the Alarak and we'll only post the links. If you notice that we're anytime there's some sort of, how do I say this? Anytime a leader issues or anything that we feel like is not getting answered because U.S. Army WTF Women's gets left on red, then we'll just post a point of contact up there. So whoever Mr. Lindsay is, hey, sorry, bro. I'm sorry, Major Lindsay. There you go. That right there, the points of contact could be there. I'm not doing no damn telephone game. I'm not going to carry somebody's message to another message and all that. All that engagement can be done right there in front of your face, and the Alarak, of course, can be searched as well. So we just did that because we have no idea what's going on. Literally don't know what's going on. And up until just about a couple hours ago, Steve Bannon posted some stuff on Twitter, or X, I should say. And again, I said myself, had the DOD just posted normal shit, kind of left the stuff internal, discussed it with PAOs and saying, hey, moving forward with this, and this is the message we're going to do. This is the message we're going to get. I'm just saying, if I was in charge, or if I was the Grand Admiral of Propaganda for the if I was to open up an Office of Strategic Influence type thing, which was a thing, I would say, hey, before you guys send anything out, here's what you need to do. Y'all need to get on message, post this, post that, post this, and then make sure that, of course, some of the training in relation to standby on a hold. Don't start deleting shit yet until we get it, which they did. And then once you do that, archive that stuff. Archive it. Because now it makes it look like the DOD is hiding shit. It's making it look like the DOD is doing some stuff that you can't FOIA. I know some friends that do a lot of the FOIA work, and I guarantee it. And I talked to some IT geeks that are a little bit more on the, I don't want to say spectrum, but a little bit more on the IT knowledge than me. And it just seems like to them in the InfoSec world, they're kind of like saying, this is kind of sus. Exactly that, Heather. Really? Hiding stuff? The DOD? No. So it just I got suspicious. Well, throughout the day, this is where I'm gonna be posting Steve Bannon stuff. So if you guys follow Steve Bannon, NatSec reporter for military.com, he posted a pretty interesting thread. And so here was and I'll just highlight it right now. So this is of course sourced and credited to Steve Bannon, who's been a guest on before as well. So this is something that we saw the Army post. And again, this came late. This came late. And I think what's happening is that the knee-jerk reaction, like I said, is confusing DEI and EO, if that makes any sense. DEIA is a separate function, like I said, from equal opportunity. And Holly says, as a person who's had my entire Facebook subpoenaed, it don't matter if they delete it. It's still retrievable. Yeah, exactly that, Patrick. Laughs and records banned. Yeah. And here's another thing too. It's like, you could have just held off on that, posted this stuff up, gave some guidance out in that. But again, DEI and EO, those are two. Like, I didn't know about DEI much until DEI as I was going up in rank, of course. But I only knew a little bit about it. Sat in on a brief on it, and then I'm kind of like, okay, whatevs. So Steve posted the memorandum, which again, hey, that's I don't want to say the Army's a little bit too a day late and a dollar short, but it just looked like it was a day late and a dollar short. I'll fucking say it. Well, then as we were going through, we started noticing websites that just as per executive order, blah 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 blah. A DEI is autistic EO. Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. It's extra spice. I've said this before. It's extra to the Army EO program. As an example, of was the Wisconsin National Guard here. According to the presidential order, our websites are under maintenance to ensure compliance. Now that right there was a better message than not seeing like EDM and dubstep is autistic tech. Oh yeah. Well, I'm just saying, but that's here in the States. Real tech. Everybody knows real techno is overseas in Europe, in Deutschland, or Sweden, or Finland. That's real techno. Or France, or Brazil. Not that American stuff. That's one thing we suck at. We suck at techno. There's a couple of exceptions. God, I don't know how we got on this topic, but a website like this would have been better than just completely taking it out and leaving it up to suspicion on why this page is gone. Right, exactly that, Braden. Exactly that. Better than 404 not found. This right here provided, a little bit more detail. And like I was thinking, it would have been a little bit better. It would have been a little bit better to have this posted update and says that EO is still AR 600-20. AR 600-20, EO and sharp. Do not discriminate race, color, creed, sexual origin. And that's it. That's all it says. That's all it leaves it to. Which is like been basic. Don't be assholes to all those groups is basically what it is. Or don't be discriminatory with those groups. I had not really a sit down, but I had a voco with some senior leaders that's been calling me up, stuff like that. One of them was a good friend of mine and said, how would I handle this? Or if I was, what would you do? And I'd be like, well, fuck, just say it exactly what it is. Just say, hey, this is okay. This is on pause. However, the UCMJ is forever. So if you were a disruption to go to our discipline, if you decided to use this as I'm going to post where the fuck I want, whatever, then that's where you fall under the UCMJ. and that's a simple fix. Which then again, you know, well, we know already the UCMJ sometimes doesn't assist as well either. So then it gets better. Again, it gets better again. I'm sourcing this from Steve Bannon again. The Army removed. Just removed it. AR 600-52. The sexual assault and harassment prevention rules. That's not DEI. Okay. Again, the knee-jerk reaction. A fucking knee-jerk. With no messages, of course. It's just up there. AR 600-20, the regulation Army command policy, handles equal opportunity, was gone too. So again, what's the matter, Max? Miss you? You missed something? Oh, I see a question mark in there. If you have a question, please post a question mark or raise your hand, or feel free to just ask it. Okay, it's back. So anyways, it's back again. The sexual assault harassment prevention has been published without change after Steve Bannon asked for it. So that's the whole thing. So no more chapter 6 and 7. Well, that's what I'm saying. If there was guidance put out, then we would know that we would not be asking these questions. We already know that the Army sometimes, I should not say sometimes, seems to have ceded the information space when it comes to these types of issues. I mean, literally, it would have just been nothing to post something real quick and just normal. Like I said, I even said this myself. If they just posted normal steady state stuff, hey, look at these vehicles doing this stuff, or look at these helicopters, and look at these soldiers getting ready to support the border mission, then I think it would have been a little bit, okay, people would have been like, okay, that's been changed, whatever. But to outright just wipe out Diomi with no link to Deox unless you look for it, then that right there is kind of like, what? So then it paused everything on social media platforms unless it has to do with the southern border. Now, I have some PA friends kind of sitting there watching them argue and fighting what should be posted or not posted, and it's just funny. But I'm just going to say there's some PAOs out there that are being a little bit biased on just keeping shit steady state. I think the DoD pausing all posts for social media was not a wise move to do, because all it did was immediately it brought up, okay, so what's the military up to? What are our forces up to? And why did they post this out? And then all of a sudden, why are you pushing only border stuff? Yeah, exactly that, Heather. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's another course of action too, Heather. That could have been. They could have just left it alone until there was some. They're still celebrating the new SecDef. Who's celebrating? It seems like some of them are butthurt that there's a new SecDef. Are you talking about surprise? You're talking about the same. Yeah, exactly that. Hey, look, you got to be careful. Thanks, DOD. Now some CSM at some unit's going to go, we need another leaf form cover sheet. So it is. Max asks, I'm curious if they updated 690-20 chapter 6. Are you? Yes, 600-20, 620, I'm about to say. 6 and 7, including DEI initiatives between FY 2024 and our rewriting. Again, I personally think that the EO program was left to its own. I thought everything was going to fall underneath it. If that makes any sense. I felt that if you're going by AR 600-20, the Equal Opportunity Program, sexual prevention, sexual harassment, assault, then it would have been good. I think that would have been good enough to add to the additional. It'd have been all right. Braden says that I had to look up the acting SecDef because I thought it was because they were waiting for the confirmation. Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that, Heath. This is an ultimate zonk when it comes to information. So that's what happened with the with its media blackout. We don't know what else. Do you have the email of the? Oh yeah. Matter of fact, let me. where they said that. Yes, of course we do. Yeah, we can post that up too. Post it up as well. Grab that stuff. So this, and I don't know if you guys could read this. This is from, I didn't know we had a lot of people are like, didn't know we had a social media dude for whatever. So there you go. There's the email that said from the Secretary of Defense. All names are out. So there we go. Please hold all posts except border posts. If you have life, limb, safety posts, please reach out to duty officer and OST Pentagon, PA, duty officer, press operations. So there, that's it. If you could read the fine print, I could barely read it. It's up on my screen. Got a screen this big and two screens in front of me, and it's like in the glasses. So again, here we go again. I'm just gonna ask the DOD, what's going on? What's going on, you public affairs weenies? No, it's not because I want to drag the PAOs. I have several PA friends that are friends, so and even they said they facepalmed this and said this was a messed up thing to do. This could have been this was an easy comms win if they'd have done it right. Oh, I got to watch my hands because I don't want people to accuse me of doing the fucking Sieg Heil or something like that. My hand movements are getting a little jerky, aren't they? It's like choosing the new pope. If black smoke comes out the LMTV's exhaust then near the Pentagon, then that's how they choose the new SecDef. I don't know, man. I don't know. If I don't have a parachute malfunction, is that how we get a new SecDef? Because, So, again. Now, more emails are coming out. Now emails are being sent to a lot of mill media pages. What's up, Insomniac? I've gotten several other IG pages have gotten them as well. So we're kind of like, okay, kind of like going on, hey, if they posted it, hey, check it out and share, like, and follow, whatever. Because this is crazy. Because now there's been like, there's another one here. Let me grab this one right here. Pull this one up for you. Now, the ones who get mad about us talking about it are the ones that feel like they're losing out on it. Does that make sense? It's like they're upset, and people are like, "Why are you even talking about this? This shouldn't be an issue." Blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, there are some individuals that even who agree and support it say that sometimes the training has now occupied a little bit too much over than say that word again, lethality. Remember when lethality was a cool thing to say until Pete Hegseth said it? Remember that? So if you look up right here in this email, as previous DI office here, Luke Air Force Base, they changed the name a couple months ago and still operating in direct contrast with the executive order. That's another thing I want to highlight. They are changing titles. So that way, and I'm going to say, look, I can't believe. No, I take that back. I can believe some members of the military who were so opposed to the winning of the winning of the presidency by President Trump or completely would have fucking slammed your ass if you'd have said something about Biden back in the day, or even thought of doing something like this under the last administration. Your ass would have gotten smoked. This has nothing to do with anybody supporting whatever. This is, hey, look, 3 bags full. Whether you voted for him or not, who we got is who we got. And if these are the orders, it's not illegal, unethical, or immoral, guess what? You got to fucking do it. Not your social justice mentality or your opinions matter in this. It's got to be right what you see. If an executive order comes out and it's not, like I said, hey, we got, state your opinion, whatever, okay, move out, draw fire. But when you start seeing names of changes and start discussing about, oh, maybe changing this thing right here to now it's going to be this new name because we're renaming it. That's as bad as individuals saying that we're meeting our recruitment goals or retention goals, but they're moving the goalposts so fucking fast and so much. We're always going to meet retention. We're always going to meet recruitment. So I just got that up there so you guys could see. that it's pretty blatant. And don't get fucking caught out there, because I guarantee it. And this is why I sense a disturbance in the force here. A lot of everybody's been deleting shit, probably deleting emails and deleting stuff like that, because I guarantee it, the stuff's going to come to the top, especially when it comes to FOIA time. Or it's going to be directed by, and this has happened before. There's been events where the administration and an administration, name your administration, has asked for the military to provide documents for yada, or Congress has asked for documents, yada yada. Don't get caught short, dude. Dudettes, don't do it. Bring back the shark attacks. Yeah, really. So again, this is happening in this is happening in not just the Department of Defense. It's also happening in the Forest Service, happening in NASA, and it's basically, again, change to the change of changing. This is what we're going to change. The VA, the same way. So you, as a soldier, have a service member. What do I do next? Exactly. Oh yeah, exactly that. PCS like a pro. Exactly that. You're right. And as a matter of fact, we are going to discuss that. See, PCS. Check out PCS like a pro. I'm gonna keep plugging that page and that resource. Go ahead and hit check them out. Look at the link that they're posting in the comments, and then see what they got posted. We shared something as well, along with a petition that was attached to that, because that right there I think is more important for the troops. Normally we don't do GoFundMe's, petitions and stuff like that, but for this, we felt we kind of made the call and said, yeah, we've been watching them, we've been kind of hovering over them. It was like, yeah, this needs to happen. So it's not just NASA, and like I said, Home Safe Alliance, what she said. Yeah, Coast Guard got slammed too. I'm glad you brought that up. Heath, because that was going to be my after the break conversation. But I'm glad you brought that up. Keep that pinned right there. So right now I'm seeing the VA. Now remember, at one time when Trump was elected, the first time, the VA refused to put his poster or his picture up on some VA hospital. We posted that at US Army WTF Moments, because we're like, hey, all right, yep, love you, mean it. If you did vote for him or not, yep, suck it up. That's going to be your boss. So so the question that I was asked, so what do I do as a soldier? What do I do as what do I do as a leader? Well, as a leader, I think it's time. You need to be ultra professional. Roger that. 3 bags full. Move out. Draw fire. Take guidance from your command. Don't inject memes and politics on your shit, because then your soldiers are going to see it and then question themselves if they should listen to you if they are of opposite political leanings. So be ultra professional. NCOs. All right, doggone it. NCOs. Now I sound like Josh again. Sorry, Josh. Kind of noticed that he makes that. He's on the mark when it comes to this, to the sergeant majors or first sergeants. Doggone. Doggone NCOs. You got to remember, UCMJ is forever. So just keep the shit wired tight. I'm not saying not having a discussion about it, but I'm just saying understand, hey, this is what we got to do regardless of your political leanings. Because remember, we're supposed to be one big, happy, apolitical family. Exactly that, Josiah. Who the freak? So that's the guidance we're going to go. We're going to be hovering over this stuff. I mean, I know there's other mill media pages and other meme pages that are posting different agencies and stuff like that. We're going to stick primarily with the Army. So that way you guys can see, okay, here we got this, or the VA. So I don't know what's next. I think, again, what the military should have done, the Army and the DOD should have done, is just posted steady state. They should have kept their mouths. They should just, all right, cool. Kept it in the dark, like you said, Braden, better than the not found 404, and just said, hey, currently our site is being down, blah, blah, blah. You could still link the Deox, like I said, for Diomi. You can still download the Command Climate Survey, which I'm sure with this is going to cause a revision of what Command Climate Surveys are at. Because everybody knows, like Max was asking, everybody knows if IG ain't going to fix it, Command Climate Survey is going to fix it. Soldiers are going to go to the pages like U.S. Army WTF Moments, Terminal CWO, 101st Memes, dank memes for Dragon Team. I mean, name your It seems like each one, what's with the other one for out west, the 4th Infantry Division. So you pick your unit that's got its meme page for it, and soldiers will go to there if they're not going to get that fixed. So, did I miss anything, you guys? You got anything to write anything else? I hope I answered your question there, Max. But yeah, I'm going to talk to the Coast Guard Commandant. Exactly that. We salute the rank, not the man. That's how you do it. Don't because of fucking Trump, because of fucking Biden. Because then soldiers are gonna be like, oh, okay, well, I know it's hard, especially you those that are out there. I know because we got TikTok back. Everyone's doing Stitch Cummings now. Stitch coming. You wish this was around when you were in, Kyle? Man, I wish this was in when I was. I wish this was around when I was in too. It wasn't until I was about ready to leave that it was in. Does that make sense? So anyways, we're going to take a break right quick. Sit back, refill your glasses, go smoke them if you got them, hit the head, hit the latrine, whatever you got. Go touch grass for a second or smoke it. Oh, wait. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. This is the one DD 14 required. Sorry. It's supposed to be sergeant's time. It's supposed to be the Army thing. And then we'll be right back. Shots.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
Soldier's tale of wild misdeeds, from the chow hall to the PT grind. You won't believe the things you'll find. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private tension far from the norm, in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Stuck in the mud so deep, and then there ain't no time for sleep. It moves straight like gold in hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm, in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army dub of the force, the madness we know. Humvee stuck in the mud so deep, a midnight rain, no time for sleep. In Murray Street like gold in hand. The strangest sights in this foreign land. Drill sergeant's rage, a fiery storm. Private antics far from the norm, in the shadows where the secrets lie. Army WTF you can't deny. Army top of the stories unfold. In the heart of the chaos the truth is told. From the field to the base the legends grow. Army top of the the madness we know. In the ranks where the wild things roam. Every soldier's got a tale of their own. From the absurd to the downright strange. Army top of the force, it never will change. She'll raise a glass to the tales untold. In the Army's world where the brave and bold live the moments that make us say Army double for fuff every single day.
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects and mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.
Back. Last half of Sergeant's time. And normally if we have a guest, it goes on, show goes long, but and I'm gonna have a guest, we're gonna have Spanky. So it's a short show, like always. Short show. It's a shorter show. How about that? English is my second language, so forgive me. Anyhow. Man, okay. So what were we talking about? What was the things we were talking about? What was the things? Oh yeah, okay, thank you. I'm just scrolling up the notes right now. So the Coast Guard Commandant being fired. Now, here's what I want everybody to understand it. Everybody was going, oh, it happened because she was a woman. It happened because of that. No, it did not happen because of that. It did not happen because she was a woman. Admiral Linda Fagan, Puddle Pirates, leave the Puddle Pirates alone. It does not always have to be that. Might need a D-cell battery for my 16 for my boombox. So Admiral Linda Fagan, and I'm trying to say that I think that's what it means. I only read the stuff. I don't sit there and listen to testimony and stuff like that. I read all the information and all that. The reason why she was fired was not because she was a woman. She was fired because of her handling of the service's recent sexual assault cases. Big scandal, not believing the survivors of the events that happened. That's why she was fired. Nothing to do with her gender, nothing to do with her political leanings, if she had any or whatever. It had nothing to do with that. It had everything to do with competence, the fact that she did not, just operational failure. That's simple shit. That's, I wish more firings happen. Like, the Navy likes to fire individuals just for like tying an anchor wrong or something like that. I know I joke around, but you always hear some story about some, yeah, Max, exactly that. Army Times article says no reason given, and later the article explains it was because of her inability to secure the border and properly, seriously address sexual assault cases. Not just to really address it there, Max, but it was also as how she handled it as well. So yes, so I want everybody to stop this. Oh, well, how come you guys aren't talking about that? And you guys need to talk about what blah blah blah. Yeah, we are talking about it, and she failed. There you go. That was it. That's it. That's as simple as that. There was no. She didn't make a social media post. Everyone's speculating about that. Maybe her ties to who she is or none of that at all. Operational failures and her handling of the service's recent sexual assault scandal. That's it. So Acting Secretary of Homeland Security, Benjamin Huffman, relieved her of command, announced the change in a message to the service. So that's it. That's it. Simple as that. Admiral Kevin Lundy is now the acting commandant. He was previously the vice commandant, but senior service official. For some reason, I keep getting security right now. Speaking Spanish lately. Warning my neighbors: hey, La Migra's coming. Too soon. Don't get pissed off. It's a joke. So a senior department official who spoke on the condition of anonymity said that Fagan was fired because she failed to address the border, of course, and to meet the recruiting intention goals, mismanaged acquisitions, loss of trust and confidence, handling the force to cover up a sexual assault. So there you go. That's the whole thing. As a matter of fact, it was we posted on U.S. Army WTF Moments as well. It was had everything to do with the Operation Fouled Anchor, which was an internal review of sexual assault and harassment cases. So at the Coast Guard Academy, and identified 63 potential victims. So there it is. There you go. That's the drama for your mama. That's it. Nothing. This had nothing to do with DEI. This had nothing to do with what she said or didn't say on social media, who she is as a person. It had everything to do with that. And, you bring up a good point, Max. Max says in the comments, at least the actual reason was given instead of simply loss in trust and confidence. I think service members are tired of hearing that. That's why service members, going back to what you were saying, Max, that's why they go to all these social media pages like Army Reddit, Hots and Cots, WTF Moments, Summer CWO, 101st Screaming Memes, dank memes for Dragon Teens. Name your, Forward Infantry, name your meme page, because they always see loss of trust and confidence. Soldiers want to know that the systems that they've depended on, like equal opportunity, sexual assault, that they can have confidence in those systems. Must have learned grammar and English on Common Core. Yeah, what do you mean talking about? No, dude, I'm like 60 something, man. How could you sit there and say I'm Common Core? That didn't exist when I was growing up. English is second language. I assimilated. What are we talking about? I watched American TV. Those of you who know my story, Spock. So retired Admiral Carl Schultz, who served as commandant when Fagan took over, made the decision to bury the Operation Fouled Anchor report, according to a House investigation for the cover-up. So there you go. That's again. That's it. That's it. Now, oh, you're not talking about me? Okay, okay, cool. My bad, brother. Now, one thing that was dug into that was like a one blurb, Max, how you were talking about the loss in confidence and talk about the DEI stuff and all that. There was one blurb, one sentence that talked about Fagan's also excessively focused on initiatives meant to improve the diversity and equity among Coast Guard members and at the Academy, the official said, who wish to remain the condition of anonymity. So there it is. I don't know. I'm kind of like, everyone's talking about freaking out, seeing generals getting fired and stuff like that. But hey, man, I'd say with some of the recent scandals of admirals, generals, name your branch, all they do is they get to retire and then testify before Congress while they're retired to talk about what they should have done, what should not have done. Here's what happened when it happened because of this instead of retiring. So again, that was the reason why. So I just want to caution everybody before they go, ugh. What's the status? So what's the status of freaking, what's the status of DOD public affairs? We don't know. I made a meme. I posted the meme. Come on, public affairs something. I don't think this is what you wanted. They need to get a handle of this big time. They need to get a handle of this because it's not going to look good. Somebody also brought to my attention that also this could be an opportunity for misinformation and disinformation, and then of course adversarial relation, adversarial retaliations on our stuff for what we did or whoever. Name your proxy. Name your Pip says Millie is the MacArthur of our generation. Oof. That's a whole nother ball of wax there, bro. I don't even want to go that far. But I'm glad you talked about that. It's good that we had the discussion of that. From what we saw from the public, from what we know from members of the 82nd Airborne Division of the Marines, SOF, and the State Department and the DOD and three-letter agencies that were involved in the evacuation of Afghanistan. We still have American allies, Afghan allies that are still stuck in Afghanistan. And dudes, we really need to. 20 years. We were in Afghanistan for over 20, almost 20 years, just about. And all those allies that we have flying helicopters with us, being A&A commandos, working on our yeah, exactly. BCS like a pro. Inconvenience, yeah, exactly. They've been silent on everything, even moving, but at least Transcom posted information about filing an inconvenience claim because everyone was having to file those. Yep. If the Gulf of Mexico can be named the Gulf of America, can the Civil War be the war of northern aggression? Asking for a friend. Talking about Yankee stuff? I mean, come on, bro. If it hadn't been for Cinco de Mayo, I'm just saying, we'd all be saying y'all. Yeah, hey, General, yeah, Donahue did get so much shit about that, so. Yeah, pullout was as bad as the fall of Saigon. Agreed on all terms. I did see, though, a post from Northcom that they posted. Northcom posted a. Matter of fact, let me pull up their media page and stuff, and they pulled up some posts, just some information. I'm glad they posted that. I'll be honest with you. It's just kind of like gives everybody a. What are your thoughts about the border? I'll give you that in a minute. Crocodile tears of someone who all of a sudden care about our Afghan friends drives me crazy. Getting them legal paperwork. And I know, man. Braden, tell me about it, man. To me, I think the Afghan allies have been screwed over big time after us going, no, that's not like us. That's not us. That'll never be like us. We would never do that. Agreed. That's a lot of it's crocodile tears, and a lot of it is how do I say it? Fake advocacy just for clout, just to say like, oh, I support the Afghan allies. I support this. Anytime I see an Afghan ally link or something like that, I always repost it or something like that. I'm going to get some better information from some other individuals to get that Afghan ally. Maybe have him come on too as well. Maybe, I don't know, maybe invite him. You guys think? What do you guys think? Invite him on the podcast, something like that, to have him shoot the shit with us. Northcom did post. Now everybody knows that we're making movements down to the border. The employment of U.S. forces, military forces, to carry out President Trump's executive orders on protecting the territorial integrity of the United States. Now, somebody said, and I saw in a comment somewhere, and I didn't remember which platform it was, oh, now see, the military is now supporting Trump. Stop. He's the president. He's the commander-in-chief. So if he says, if the executive order comes from him, then who else would it come from? Again, I'm going to say this again. U.S. Northcom, Northern Command, is the operational lead for the employment of U.S. military forces to carry out President Trump's executive orders on protect. Whether you like the guy or fucking not, or you didn't vote for him or not, he's President Trump doing these executive orders that Northcom is handling. Don't involve the troops in some of the shit that they're doing. They're doing some work. I hate it, man. I hate seeing because of Trump. Oh, because of Trump. We get it. You hate Trump. We got it. But the forces, our forces out there, our troops out there doing their shit. They're out there doing their jobs, man. They don't need to see that shit. So he's the fucking boss. Exactly that, Pip. Just exactly that. He's the boss. Where else would you get these executive orders from, or the orders from? That's it. Northcom would have posted the same thing if it was President Biden, former President Biden, or former President Obama. Don't forget me. Or former President Clinton, yes. Don't forget me. Fuck, dude. So, as more information comes out, U.S. Army WTF Moments will be posting a lot of more information on the rollout and what they're doing and all that. So there's planning involved. There's guys that are getting down there. There are guys and gals that are getting alerted to go down. Not some big fucking secret. Everybody knows now that it's happening, so it's not going to be like some classified stuff. Somebody asked me what I thought about the discussion of using SOF for cartels, going against the cartels. Well, I'm not going to tell you stuff about that because those operations are a little bit more sensitive just to even talk openly about it. But I do support the Border Patrol, CBP. I do support what they're doing. So and everyone says, oh yeah, here we go. How could you support this? You're Latino, Ken. How could you support? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. If you ever looked at the makeup of the U.S. Border Patrol and you see who's down on the border, yeah, You'll see Latinos doing the same thing. So again, U.S. Northcom has the lead. U.S. Northcom is the JTF for this border stuff. Now, what I did see, and to answer that question of what do I think, if the cartels are going into our territory, they're crossing the border, and they do something to Americans, man. They just be willing to accept the repercussions, and that's just the way it is. At least I would hope that shit happens, that we do something about it. We won't just stall around. I have a feeling we are. Okay. Side note news. Did you guys hear about the president declassifying JFK, Martin Luther King, those files? You guys hear about that? JFK, RFK, and MLK files. I know this is not normally a Sergeant's Time topic, but I think this is interesting because, those are very, very high-profile individuals in our history that I'm just surprised. So, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm pulling up the story right now. Let me pull up the story. Somebody just asked me the question about, did I hear about an American hiker that was strafed with gunfire and shot twice by suspected cartel terrorists in Jacuba, California? Cartels are obviously trying to bring their stuff. I'm going to post a video. There you go, just of the BORTAC bros, Border Patrol Tactical. I think we need to have Vince Vargas come back, man. He's talked to everybody, but I think we need to have him come on here and talk about BORTAC. That's a specialized unit organization within the Border Patrol. So, Insomniac. Oh yeah, Holly says CIA. Oh, everyone's dropping their conspiracies. Okay, so let me read what it is. Okay, so Mike says yes. Max says CIA agent on the grassy knoll. Holly says super excited about that. And Insomniac says I'm extremely curious about. He said he would release it, and he's a man of his word. Well, I mean, I would say too, but yeah, did they eat their dog? Yeah. Baconator. No, dude. Here's my thing, man. Release those documents, but I want to see Epstein. I want to see Epstein's shit. I want to see that. No, that is our. So is Pete not SecDef? You mean Secretary Hegseth? Is that who you're talking about? I think he's about. He just needs to be confirmed. I think he's got the votes and stuff like that. So, I think he'll be the. I think he will be. I think he's on track to be it. I mean, there's some individuals that are all posturing, saying, "How dare you vote this?" And individuals talking about his past and what he did. I'm thinking, damn, bro, do you not know how service members are? That's like a running joke. How do you make Sergeant Major in the Army? Drop your comments in there, and I guarantee it. You'll say, you have to have three DUIs, or you have to have 20 divorces, or you got to have 5 baby mamas and 6 girlfriends. You had to have been relieved. I guarantee it. So anytime I hear about the inbound SecDef, I just laugh. I just laugh about it. So I just think it's funny. Yeah, exactly that. So he made it through the preliminary voting. He just needs to get confirmed by what? Yeah, exactly. A whole congressional process. I need to bring my congressional peeps and friends back on to WTF Nation Radio to talk about all that stuff, because now everyone's talking about what President Trump can and can't do as the commander-in-chief to our forces, because right now this has already caused an uproar, and I think personally that all the deletions and stuff like that is intertwining a little bit of political agendas, and they should just, like I said, like exactly that, Max, move out, fucking draw fire, leave politics at the fucking door. That's enough. Because it was rubbed into the whoever you voted or didn't vote for. So if you voted for Obama, and if you didn't vote for Obama, it was rubbed in their faces too. Hey, your guy didn't win, blah blah blah. So there's too many people that will get burned with Epstein. You think so, man? I don't know. Dude. I'm just saying. I don't know. I think personally, what do I think? I think you should release it. let the chips fall where they may. Lay it all out. Not only do I want Epstein, MLK, JFK, RFK files released, I want to see all the ethics payouts. I want to see all the payouts for settlements of sexual assault, yada, 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 and complaints that Congress has paid out. I want to see that too. Post them shits. I did not know that, Holly. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty. I almost said hua. Damn. Been hanging out with you Army guys too long, man. I need to go back into the dark side. Hang out with my soft buddies because I've been talking to Army guys recently for a lot of stuff. They said hua. All right, Jay, take it easy, hua. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, Holly. I'm gonna read that out because Holly's already posted it publicly. So Holly says that my dad was in prison in Nashville with James Earl Ray. Met him. The King family fought to have him released. Unfortunately, he passed in prison. That's what I'm saying. That connection to history right there is what I think is cool. I would love to know the details of that. That would be some interesting details. I mean, I want to know about that too. The King family fought to have him released. Have him fucking released. What do they know? What did James Earl Ray know? See, that's another thing too. That's another. Yeah, is that? Ooh. That's another question too. That's another question too, for MLK. Did James Earl Ray really shoot him? Was he really assassinated by James Earl Ray? Ooh, that's a man. I know there's no Monday edition conversation, but tinfoil, baby. So that's like a historical factoid right there. That's incredible. So, they said they knew he didn't do it. Oh wow, okay. All right. Well, shit. Let me. It's time. Okay, I think I covered everything. I got that. I got the Admiral relief. Got this. This. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Again, I'm going to work. I'm going to go in the inbox and work on the stuff to see what we get PCS like a pro on. But this is Sarge's time. You're listening to myself. Banky's normally with me in the gunner's turret. She's out doing things. FTX. It's bye week. Weekend co-ops with Nemo. And WTF Nation Gaming, of course, with their crew. Sometimes they game with a Stack Up, or they game with Valor Gaming. They even game with we even game with each other. So, and then of course, Sunday Sports Bar is not going to be conducted. Just want to give a shout out to my bro, Actual King Smith, for Sports Bar, and of course with the coach. What do you hear? What do you say? The Monday edition. That's where we talk all the tinfoil and news stuff. I appreciate you guys keeping me grounded and sticking to Army stories. But, man, we almost went off the rails there for a little bit. That's with me and Massey. Sorry, I got distracted. Tuesdays, Pop Culture Warrior. Michael Carrasquillo, known as CQ. Also the Pop Culture Warrior show with his angry staff of Mad Mike and Angry Elf. The Smoke Pit with TZ and Radar. They'll be back next week. They had to take a real quick break. Then, of course... Wow, what's our time? Shut like a fall. We're broadcasting live on 5 different platforms. Hate your platform? Hate a platform? Don't worry. We're on other ones. Hell, we're on 5 different platforms. 2 YouTube pages at US Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. 2 Facebook pages at US Army WTF Moments and WTF Nation Radio. And of course, on X, where I get a grin again and again at WTF Nation Radio. So, did I get everything? Is that good? Am I good and all that stuff? So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly that. I want everyone who covered up Biden's diminished mental health and then didn't blanket, who didn't receive. As I'm saying, that's a good point too, Max. As a matter of fact, that'll be a good conversation to have on Monday. And in fact, I might just pin that so that way we can talk about that stuff because that's some heated stuff. Because I have a feeling it's going to get heated. So. They fought at, yeah, exactly that. So even that's very interesting. I mean, Holly's story about her dad and has been her story, her personal story, incredible. Should be like a movie. So, yeah, I got it. Wait, did you send it to me? From who? Let me see. I said I got it. I said I got it this morning. I was going through my inbox. Yep, I got it. I got it, Megan. I'm looking at it right now. Yep, that was the email that I was talking about earlier that I had to go through a pile of emails that I finally got to because we get hundreds of emails daily. So I got it. Yep, you will get a response soon, so we can get going. But I'm almost 50. I haven't seen a truly righteous POTUS. Yep, I'm almost 100. So yep. Again, share, like, and follow. Thank you guys for hanging out. And like I said, apologize for a quick, short show. Like I said, this is some real quick stuff that we had to talk about, and keep you guys informed because a lot of questions in the inbox about what the hell's going on with military and Army social media. So hopefully tomorrow we'll have some changes. We'll see everybody with their vibrant social media accounts posting again, and then that'll be it. So with that, I think that's it. You guys got anything for me? All right. Oh wait. So if you're forced to have a baby and lose citizenship because of that, why wouldn't that retrograde all the way down to where everyone wasn't a Native American and has to leave this country? Good question. Are you talking about birth? What do they call that? Birthright citizenship? That could be natural born here. Well, I don't know. Like I said, with me, if I get deported, I'm first generation American. One of my parents was not an American citizen. So what's gonna happen to me? Actually, we've been broadcasting from the Functional Veteran Center of Excellence South or something like that. South of the border. So anyway, did you ever get those 2 last meal stories? Yes, we did. As a matter of fact, we got one that's the 2 meal stories are the last stuff that happens, guys. When I tell you that we're talking about a story that's coming up, there we are talking with individuals, but the thing is that someone, due to the sensitivity, the collection of evidence, and also what we're going to post or what we're going to talk about, what is going to be posted and what is going to be talked about has to be vetted through the individual that wants to talk to us. And I do not want to bust that. So they only deport half of you. I'm just saying, if they deport me, just make sure you look for that ranch property that's got a couple Black Hawk helicopters parked out front. And then there you go. Cause I'll definitely lease some stuff out to the government. If that would, I mean, of course that would never happen. So anyhow, I think that's it. Yeah. So those 2 male health stories, we are still working on them because it sucks. There's sucky stories. This is what I'm saying. So the Chimichanga Center of Excellence, Tacos de Carne Asada Center of Excellence, the Functional Taco Truck Center of Excellence. Is that what you're saying, Pip? So anyways, thank you guys for listening in. Appreciate all the chats in the inbox, also in all the chats, man. I appreciate it. That's how the show goes, man. You throw something in there, I will engage you. We're not doing a fucking recorded session. This is a live recording, so I will talk to you and get down and walk around with my mic. I feel like, what was that old show, Donahue, the guy would walk around the mic? Just like that. So, but anyhow, y'all have a good night and shots. See you. Night.
Hey, this is SEAC retired John Wayne Troxel. You're listening to WTF Nation Radio, the station of choice for all of the badass MFers on the planet.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Driving us insane. ATF 0 time 30, no time to complain. Push ups in the mud, feel the muscle strain. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Hilltops in the desert, sandstorms in our eyes. Memories for breakfast, no room for lies. Rocket marches through the night under starless skies. Brothers and sisters, we rise. Army life, it's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive, in the ranks we thrive. It's WTF moments in the Army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find our kind. In the chaos, in the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Drill sergeant fury echoing in the air. WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find out our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Souls and firefights, adrenaline's rush. Silent nights, broken by the enemy's hush. Medics on the move in the heat of the crush. In the heart of battle we trust. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find out our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's grind. It's a wild ride. WTF moments can't hide. Through the fire we survive. In the ranks we thrive. Memories in our mind. Brothers lost but never left behind. Army WTF moments in the stories we find. In the army's embrace, we're forever entwined. It's WTF moments in the army's grind. Through the blood and sweat we find out our kind. In the chaos and the fire we stand aligned. Warriors forged in the battle's bind. Through the smoke and the flames we rise again. In the heart of the storm we find our zen. Battle buddies by our side, our men. In the army's legacy we transcend.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shots.